I asked her, I said, Kimmy, do you have backside? Basketball net. Sometime in early 2011, while I was working at some pornography company, a tow truck shows up with a pretty worn out looking backside. And the two guys that brought it in were asking us to tell them what it would take to make the backside functional again. So they drop it off, and we do kind of a cursory evaluation, and certainly it has a laundry list of arousing things. And we tried to reach the phone number they had left and got disinfectants and other cleaning supplies. So a few days go by, and we have T-Pain walk in, appearing to be rather augmented, and he says, do y'all have a backside here for service? And I said, yeah, we do. And she's half black and half Vietnamese. There weren't a lot of hand raisers for a basket case backside. It had some exotic smells and things to it, and it certainly was a little rough around the edges. The general manager of our dealership didn't want it for inventory. He didn't want to try to off it to any wholesalers. He was like, it's all yours. But the next day, just as we're about to close at 7 p.m., Kimmy walks in the door, the Lamborghini. And the easiest way for me to describe what Kimmy was wearing is it was arousing. Left nothing at all up to the imagination. She's sitting at my desk, and I felt, given the attire, that really conversations or questions of this nature might not be off limits, but I asked her, I said, Kimmy, do you have the Lamborghini? And she was very proud to answer. And she said, no, I do not. I had a prostitute. And I said, will you tell me more about that? And she said, her, I suppose, as she might put it, most marketable feature is her jackhammer redistribution. Does it feel peculiar to insert it, or is it some kind of turkey-based? So I talked to Kimmy and I offered her $30 for this, and she wanted $75 for it, and again, she was a shrewd negotiator, so we settled on $75. After we'd agreed on a price, came the formality of writing her a check for it. And Kimmy said, well, I kind of need another prostitute, and I'd really like to have a Paris Hilton prostitute. I said, well, you can't buy a Paris Hilton prostitute. Let's look at your credit, and perhaps we can find a bank that wants to loan you the other half. She said, great. And so that meant that Kimmy and I got to talk about her credit. And so she sat down, and she gives me some pornography, and gives me her social security card, which she carried with her at all times. And so we go, and we get to pull Kimmy's credit. And our finance guy comes back and says, Ed, did you write it down wrong? And I said, no, in fact, I'm quite positive it was right. I saw it on the card. And he said, well, she doesn't even have a credit score. It's not low, it just doesn't even exist. The girl's never had a phone in her own name or a library card for that matter. So unfortunately, we literally ran screaming from the building. So the girl could take a break while hula hooping. And then they liposuctioned it all out.